Well, hey, happy Halloween, everybody. We got October the 31st, 2025 here. We're in Lincoln Park, Chicago, Fullerton, Lincoln Park West. Look at this nice housing here. Wouldn't you like to have that overlook the park here and the ponds? But here's the Moore sculpture here. So we're going to head over to the zoo. They have two new brown bears. I think I might have mistakenly said they were grizzly. They're not. They're brown bears. And they got him from the Wisconsin Zoo. Ernesto Chicago Nuggies, he's already filmed them, and he actually tipped me off. And it wasn't even on my radar. I think I heard that the polar bear was loaned to the Madison, Wisconsin Zoo. And so the Madison, Wisconsin loaned to Chicago two brown bears. Hey, Jessica, Aisha, Kat, G, Beach, please, good afternoon. Yeah, I wasn't sure I was able to start this early. They're kind of... Hey, another sign of the changing season. They're taking out the window air conditioning units in my building, and I'm working from home today, so I was coordinating with the maintenance crew there. And so hey, I guess my air conditioner's coming out today, which is nice. Get that window closed up. The radiator heat's starting to work. We're just for the overnight. It's really not that chilly yet. It's like 52 degrees. It's not bad at all. Hey, T-Lime, T-Time, Prince, how you doing there? Beach, please. Yeah, Jose. Cat, Ivan, everybody. Anita, thanks for tuning in there. Yeah, Eminem, Michael Anderson, thanks for tuning in here. What a beautiful day. Yeah, let's go check out these new brown bears. Well, there's no guarantee they're going to be out. Ernesto Chicago Nuggies, he was able to get some footage of it. And, you know, with the zoo, as you know, there's never a guarantee that the animals are going to be out when you want to view them. So we'll take a chance here. We'll head by the conservatory here. But hey, happy Halloween. Tonight I'm still planning on going up to Lakeview, to Boys Town, for the haunted Halstead there. Parade starts at 7:30. Usually never starts on time, but we'll get up there probably 6:30-ish, because I like to get there before it gets too crowded so I can walk around the contestants that you usually gather when they register there, and all the social media paparazzi like me, they'll pose for the cameras there. We'll get a nice overview. Sometimes you get a better view of the costumes because it gets so crowded for the parade. But here's the Shakespeare there. Heather Beast tuning in. That's great. And here's the Belton Stratford here. Yeah, let's head right over. We'll go through the tunnel here. Very nice. Hey, look at this beautiful blue skies. Yeah. Diane, I missed you there. How you doing there? Diane Jordan, thanks for tuning in. Yeah, so it's not... I know, I didn't mean to scare anybody with the rerun. I'm happy that rerun for my On This Day page popped up 2 years ago. That shows you how long we've been... I was already streaming on YouTube when we got that... But I got that on TikTok. I filmed that out the window downtown with the snow. We had snow squalls 2 years ago on Halloween. I think a lot of Chicagoans remember that. And it was kind of cold. We did do the parade that day. I remember it was snow flurries in the reruns for the parade that we're going to see tonight. So, hey, much better day, even though it's cool. It feels like fall, as it should. Since we haven't had a hard freeze, they still got the mums here in front of the Lincoln Park Conservatory. Here's the Lincoln Park Zoo. This is where we're headed. Look at the giant ornamental cabbage and kale. They're starting to take out. So here's the first sign. They're just starting to take out some of the plants. So here's the last. Usually early November they'll start taking out. And I think Ernesto told me he's not going to do the parade. He's going to do the Buckingham Fountain tonight, because I think tonight's the last night the Buckingham Fountain's going to be on. He always covers that so well at night with the light show and the music, and so he'll be covering the last. It's just like Turning It On. We covered Turning It On. They have the whole ceremony and countdown, and he'll cover it tonight. And I don't know when they finally turn it off. I think Jay City Walking Girl covers that, at least in years past as well. But probably Jay might be at the parade if she's going to be streaming, and I don't know who else. We might see some other Chicago live streamers up at the haunted Halstead there tonight. To me, that's the place to be, at least in Chicago. Hey, June, how you doing there? June beats. This is Chicago. This is Lincoln Park. This is south of Fullerton. We're going to go to the Lincoln Park Zoo. They got 2 new brown bears. There's no guarantee they're going to be out. We will see some other animals. Hopefully, the Fall Fest is already over. They're starting to set up for the holiday lights. And this is the formal planning garden between the Lincoln Park Conservatory there. There's the housing here. This is called Stockton. This is Webster Street. If you're trying to find on the map, it's the Stockton and Webster entrance for the Lincoln Park Zoo. Gorgeous day. Yeah, sunshine. Isn't this sunshine great? Yeah, copy. Roger. Over and out. But yeah, I missed the live stream this morning. Thanks for letting me. We're going to be doing a lot of walking and talking tonight, and I want to just conserve my energy, so I'll be a better facilitator. Won't be all tired and grumpy. I feel good now. I got some stuff done there. Finished some presentations, and here's the Schiller statue. Schiller was a German language writer, and before Germany was even a country, it was when it was all like remnants of the Holy Roman Empire, the late 1700s, early 1800s. He came after Goethe, another German language writer. Some people call him the Shakespeare of the German language, but that's not exactly true either. It's hard to make a comparison, but we don't even know who Shakespeare was. Isn't that amazing? Here's could have been a pen name. Hey, there's some Halloween costumes. So hey, I saw a FedEx driver. He was dressed as like a John Wayne Gacy clown. It was nice. So we might see some Halloween costumes here. Yeah, nice trees here. Is anybody getting some fall colors there in Ohio, Michael? Hey, we got some people dressed up here. So, hey, Lincoln Park Zoo. This is a free zoo. And we'll check out these new brown bears here. Yeah. Hey, these people dressed up here. Yeah, Halloween. Happy Halloween from Chicago. Yeah, there's people waiting here. Let's see if the seals are out. So you can go down underneath. Yeah, let's go down underneath. We'll see if I might lose my connection. So please, moderators, reassure people if I lose my connection, we'll get it back, because we're going to go down and see if the seals are swimming down here. And it might get loud. I hear some people yelling here, which hopefully means the seals are down here. And we'll check out the seals here. This is Lincoln Park Zoo. We're going to do the underwater, the Cobbler seal pool. Here it comes. There's the seal, upside down. See how they swim upside down? They look like torpedoes there. There, it's coming back around. So we'll go. How you doing? How you doing? Hey, I'm doing pretty. Here comes the seals. Here they come. There it is. Look at that nice view. Here's the seal. This is welcome to Lincoln Park Zoo. Hopefully I'm maintaining my connection here. Zoom in here a little bit. See, it's just hanging out there. Here's the seals from the Lincoln Park Zoo. just hanging out there. Let's see if we get one swimming by here. Well, I'll stick around. Let's see if it comes back around here. Nope, it's going under the tunnel there, the cave. Look how they put their head down. That's an interesting way to swim there. I like that. Hey, look at that one. Wow, look at, see, it comes right by there. Look at it. Yeah. There it goes. That's Charles. It's got a name. I didn't know they had a name. That's nice. So hey, hopefully some of that film there, and I'll get out of here just in case the connection wasn't making it through here. How you doing? You good? Hey, Wayne, thanks for tuning in from the UK there. Shelly. Yeah. Yeah, Chicago. Izzy made it to the lunch bunch there. So, what country do you think Chicago's in? Do you take a guess? If you don't know what country Chicago's in, we'll let you figure it out. That's the way you'll remember it. You can look it up and you can figure out what country Chicago's in. There might be Chicago's in different countries. I know there's an East Chicago in Indiana. There's a North Chicago, but it's in Illinois. And there's a Chicago Heights, it's in Illinois. There's a West Chicago, that's in Illinois. So what state is Illinois and Indiana in? What country? Thanks for tuning in here. And yeah, so they had some. Here's where the lions are. So let's just so okay. One of the reasons I went here today is I'm working from home, but the other reason is they got 2 new brown bears, and so we're going to go right up to where the brown bears are located. Ernie already tipped me off to where they're at, and we'll see if they're out. And if they're out, then we'll be able to catch some footage of them. If they're not, then we'll go film something else, and we'll come back later in this live stream to see if they're out, because I really want to get some footage of them, and we might be able to see the polar bear. There's one polar bear still there. The male polar bear was loaned to the Wisconsin Zoo. Dallas, how you doing there? See Fitz? Yeah. Yeah, they're all in the same country. Yeah, how you doing? Do people still not know what country Chicago's in? Chicago, Illinois. We're in North America. Here, you can figure it out. Here's, let's see if the macaques are out. Hey, there's a macaque. Look, it's looking at the mirror. Look, it's looking in the mirror. There's the macaque looking in the mirror. Look at that. It's very nice. Look at that. I've never seen him play with the toy there. That's nice. Look at that. Let's see if we can get some footage of this. So if you just joined me at Lincoln Park Zoo here. Oops, sorry. Here's the, I'm trying to get the macaque here. What is it doing? Is it eating something? No, I think it's not a mirror. It's like they put some food there and they got to pick it out. So it's like they're enrichment. These are macaques. They're monkeys from Japan here in the Lincoln Park Zoo, Chicago, Illinois, United States of America, planet Earth.
Oh, I see it all over that.
Yeah, Mark, that's a dumb, or Mr. R, that's not a true statement. We disagree with that. That's your propaganda there, so you can spread your propaganda. It's not going to bother us. We're having a good time here. And not everybody, not everybody in Chicago is a liberal. You know that, right? I've worked with several people that are staunch Trump supporters, and they live in Chicago. Some of them live in the Gold Coast. So hey, you can spread your. There's propaganda for the left, which I admit there's a bunch of it. There's propaganda for the right. You get to choose which propaganda you want to spread here. We're just trying to film animals in the zoo. Why do you got to politicize a zoo just because of where we live here? Here, Japanese macaque. That's what we're filming here. And there's one over here. Hey, look at the red butts there. Here's the macaques here, Lincoln Park. How you doing? Hey, that one's taking a nap. That one's walking around there. Look at that. Hey, I was looking for a reflection. I thought that was a mirror, but I think it was picking at it, and so I don't know if there was some food on it. I couldn't tell if it was a mirror or if it was just like a plate of seeds or something. But it was interesting. The macaque was playing with that thing there. But here. So yeah, let's go over and see. Let's go over and see if we can see the brown bears here. So hey, if you just joined Lincoln Park Zoo, Chicago, Illinois, if I keep repeating myself, you notice in the comments here, people keep asking me where I'm at, what country Chicago's in, and it's like no one has the internet. Yeah, watch and learn. You can come up with a better name for yourself where you might actually listen to what you have to say. Don't make your name sound like a troll. You'll be treated like a troll, even if you're not a troll. So don't put like dirty words in your name, or you should skibbity do toilet. Here's here. Look at the storks here. See, you teach people how to treat you, and we've learned how to treat trolls by live streaming here for 3 years. It's best to ignore you, but sometimes I can't resist. I just love messing with you like you're messing with us. It's fun. I can troll you right back, and I'm the one in charge here. we can get the whole chat against you, and everybody's be yelling at you in the chat. That happens sometimes too. Here's look at the snowy owl. Wow, look how fat that snowy owl is. Look how it can turn its head all the way around. That's beautiful. Look at the snowy owl here at Lincoln Park Zoo. I'm talking too loud. Yeah. Yeah, how's it going there, Shelly? Great. See, Fitz? Yeah, Chicago has the Brookfield Zoo. Thanks for mentioning that. Yeah, the Chicago has 2 zoos. The Brookfield Zoo is actually larger than the Lincoln Park Zoo. This is the smaller zoo, but it's in the city and it's free. The advantage of this zoo, even though it's smaller than the Brookfield Zoo, it's free. It still has a lot of nice animals. You have to pay to park. So if you bring your car, we're looking at the bald eagle here at the Lincoln Park Zoo, Chicago, Illinois. And yeah, thanks everybody enjoying the zoo here. Hey, you know, this proves I can attest to this. You know, like I know I'm glad that maybe Jennifer should eat or Ernie Chicago Nuggets will have better luck than I do. I've never had a lot of people tune in to see the zoo. A lot of people don't like the zoos because they think it's you know, the animals are being harmed in some way or imprisoned. And you know, this zoo was here before I moved to Chicago. It'll be here probably long after I'm dead and gone. And same with you. So, you know, positive, negatives, everything. There's positives. The animals don't have to worry about predators, and they're well fed. They're actually better fed than people on SNAP benefits in the United States of America. So, you know, if they cut off benefits. And so if you're worried about the animals, you should be worried about humans that are children and families that are going to lose access to nutrition here. Here's the Red River hog. See it? And I didn't mention a political name or party or anything. I'm just making a generalized statement that affects everybody. Because believe it or not, there's Red River hog here. There's the birdhouse. Believe it or not, I know you're not going to believe this. There are people, a lot of people that voted for the current president that are on SNAP benefits, and they voted for him, and they're going to cut off the government shutdown. And both parties are responsible because the government shutdown hurts all of us, but it depends on public sentiment. Which party are they going to blame? Which party controls all 3 branches of government? Can open the government today if they choose to. It's not the Democrats. They don't have the power to do it. Here's the Red River hog. Here's the Red River hog. And here we are in the Lincoln Park Zoo. Welcome to Chicago. Hey, look at that. Look at this nice snouts. See, it's like Pumbaa from the Lion King. And then you got the 2 of them there. Timon. Oh, look, it's scratching. It's scratching its ear there. Timon and the meerkats. The meerkats are inside here, so hopefully we'll check out. We're going to first go see the bears. Let's see if no guarantee. They got 2 new brown bears, and that's why I came here today. And that's why I took advantage of working from home here. We got beautiful sunshine here, Lincoln Park Zoo, Chicago, Illinois. We have about 52 degrees. We'll go through this later. We'll see if the bears are out. The zebras are out. I'm seeing other animals out, so we're at least seeing animals along the way here. Hey, thanks PB. Thanks for joining here. Yeah, you can subscribe for free. Thanks for becoming a member. And welcome to YouTube here. Yeah, here's the... there we go. Look at that. Yeah, we got plenty of experience dealing with negative trolls, especially in this city. Here's... So I said you can rewind it. I said what the hog was. I can't remember there. You can rewind. That's another positive about YouTube is you can rewind and use your own power there to like a TiVo, and then you can fast forward and catch back up there if you need to know what I said it when I was there. Here's the zebras. Here's the zebras here, Lincoln Park Zoo. They're plain zebras. See, plain zebras. That's their habitat there in Africa. They got the giraffes are probably inside, so we'll come back. Maybe we'll see more of the zebras here. Let's see if the penguins are out here. We'll go see if the penguins are, we'll go the wrong way here. So, hey, Lincoln Park Zoo, Chicago, Illinois, United States of America, planet Earth. Hey, there's the penguin. Wow, look at the penguin. They're swimming, the penguins. How you doing? Look at the penguin here. Wow. There it is. So I rarely see them swimming like that. So there, look at the penguin here, Lincoln Park Zoo. We just got the, hey, how you doing there, penguin? Come on over there. Yeah, say hello. How you doing there, penguin? Hey, thanks for giving us a show there. Yeah, right there. There's one right there. Wow. There it is, swimming around.
Oh, look at right there.
Here it comes. How you doing? Come on over here. There it is. How you doing there, penguin? Yeah, very nice. Great, we'll get out of here. And I only still, there's some back here. There's some back here. Here's some back here. So, hey, here's the penguins, Lincoln Park Zoo. They're hanging back in the little cove there. Hey, maybe it'll walk in and take a dive. Let's see. Look at that. Hey, so this one's swimming around over here. These ones are just hanging out, looking around. Oh, there's some more back there. See, they got the barnacles here. There's the penguins here. What do you say there? They're just hanging out. Very nice. So here, we'll get out of here. So hey, well, happy Halloween here. People are dressed up here at the Lincoln Park Zoo. We'll go over and see if there's 2 brown bears that were loaned to Chicago from the Madison, Wisconsin Zoo. I think we loaned the Madison, Wisconsin Zoo our male polar bear, which the female is still probably here. And we'll head up here. Yeah, I didn't see Pizza Lisa there. I saw Michael Anderson and I saw Anita. Thanks for being in there. You know, I can handle it. You know, if you guys got something else to do, I mean, trust me, I can turn off the comments and not have to look at it. That's another good thing about being on YouTube with Streamlabs. I can easily like toggle off and on. That was the hard thing about TikTok. I could do like yesterday morning. I did a impromptu, unplanned stream on TikTok, but I turned the comments off, and it's hard to turn them off and on unless you use Streamlabs, you know, on top of TikTok, which is possible. Here's the Arctic tundra here. So here's the female polar bear. So the female polar bear is here, and she's just sleeping. So there's people are dressed up in Halloween costumes here. It's nice. Yeah, there seems to be a lot of people up here, so there might be a crowd if the bears are out over here. People checking them out. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. So Lisa is our resident zoo expert. She used to work at the Omaha Zoo, and she knows a lot about the Lincoln Park Zoo. She would know these bears. I'm sure she'll see the rerun, and she'll be able to educate us about these brown bears. So here's the brown bears. Here it is. Here's the brown bear. It looks like it's out. So there it is. There it is right there. Here's the new brown bear in the Lincoln Park Zoo. There it is. And but we'll go around to the other side. We might get the front. How you doing? I'm on YouTube here, so here we'll go around here. Hey, how you doing? See, you can feel the snow there. They got a little shield plate where you can feel the snow. So I'm going to go around. There's a way you can look at the bears from the front here, so we'll be able to zoom in. So there's the Fullerton exit from DuSable Lakeshore Drive. That's where if you drive up here, you get off, you make a left. You have to make a left. You make a right, you'll go drive into the lake. It's like Michigan's right over there. And there's a parking lot. You make 2 lefts. There it is. Wow, there it is. There's the new brown bear at the Lincoln Park Zoo. They're out. This is awesome. Look at this. How you doing, brown bear? See, I mistakenly thought they were grizzlies, but they're just brown bears. They're pretty big. I think they're 2 females, and they're named Ash and Lexi. I think that's their names. Here, I got some information. So, you know, hold on a second here. We'll get the information out, and I'll read you the backstory here. So hey, there it is. There's the brown bears here at Lincoln Park Zoo. It's huge. They're huge. Look at them. Yeah. So here, let's see if I can zoom in just a little further here. Hold on one second here. Let me put this in my pocket. We'll zoom in just a little bit more. There we go. That's my full resolution. I'm talking on YouTube. I'm sorry. I know I'm talking a lot. People are like, who am I talking to? So hey, welcome to Chicago. Welcome to the Lincoln Park Zoo. 2 brown bears were loaned to the Lincoln Park Zoo from the Madison, Wisconsin Zoo. We loaned them our male polar bear. We were going to try to mate them. These are 2 older female bears. Their names are Ash and Lexi. I don't know which is which. Maybe that's Lexi, maybe it's Ash. I don't know. But hey, this will be great for the Chicago Bears. They can bring them out to Bears games there. The 2 no, they are grizzlies. They are grizzlies. They call them grizzlies. I didn't know if they were called brown bears or grizzly bears. These are grizzly bears. They come to Chicago from the Henry Villa Zoo in Madison, Wisconsin. While they are technically an aunt and niece, Ash and Lexi are often referred to as sisters due to their closeness in age. And their playful demeanor and animated antics earned them dual slots and fans during their time in Wisconsin. The keepers from Henry Villa Zoo, they said Ash is more food motivated, so that's how we can tell them apart. And first one to participate in training sections, that's their enrichment that Lisa talks about. Ash and Lexi are considered fully adult bears, and their exact ages are unknown. They were removed from the wild as cubs and deemed unreleasable. They came from Montana, the Montana Fish and Wildlife and Parks, after they were raiding trash cans and becoming dependent on human food. So they came to live with us. So they got to stay. They kept eating all the human food. And now they get to live in Chicago. Here, let me show you this habitat. See, they got a big waterfall here. How you doing? I'm talking a lot. It's there it is. Let's check this waterfall here. I chased everybody away. How you doing there, Lexi or Ash? Are you Lexi or Ash? I can't tell which. Hey, thanks for saying hello. Here's the two grizzly bears. Chicago Zoo has two grizzly bears here, and this is normally where the polar bear habitat is. See that waterfall? Look at that waterfall. And they got a place to swim. We might see these grizzly bears swim. I have footage of the polar bear from a few years ago swimming. Yeah, look at that. Sandra, how you doing there? Jim, see, they got their little. How you doing there, grizzly bear? Welcome to Chicago. You know, we got a sports team named after you. You can be the two Chicago Bears there. You projecting a Bears winning season? 40 miles an hour. Yeah, look at it. No, it's okay. It's okay. Hey, there it is. Hey, see, one's in the cave there, one's there. And there we go. Look, we got the waterfall there. Hey, we got some good footage of the grizzly bear. No, they don't look happy in the wild either. They don't look happy if you encounter them in the wild. They're sniffing the air. It probably smells me. It's like it smells Brian Really Chicago. It says, I don't like Chicago. It stinks. Yeah, Michael, Sandra, tea time. What do you think of this? Anita, what do you think of these bears? Aren't they cute? Ash and Lexi there. So hey, we'll let them be. And here, let's go around here. Yeah, they are here. So see, they still got the polar bear display there. There's still the female polar bear, and we'll show you where the swimming pool is. Yeah, they're enjoying the sun. It's a beautiful 52-degree day here, and we'll head around, and we'll go in the back way to the African journey here in the Lincoln Park Zoo. But hey, we got some good footage of the bear. Thanks for two bears sisters, or they call them sisters, or aunt and niece, but they're close in age. They're two female grizzly bears, and yeah, we'll see if the giraffes out. The giraffes might be inside eating their lunch. Yeah, Christy, we might see them again. So I'll probably go inside. We might try to go by again to see if they're closer to the window. There, we can see them there. They're here. So hey, welcome to see. Here's their swimming pool. So we're down by the swimming pool. Here's the glass is dirty. So here's one of the new two grizzly bears at the Lincoln Park Zoo. Their names are Ash and Lexi. They came from the Madison, Wisconsin Zoo. See where we're at here? We're in the little swimming area here, the Walter family Arctic tundra. The reason it's called the Arctic tundra, this is where the polar bear traditionally was in the zoo here. They're giving this habitat to the two grizzly bears. They got a swimming pool, and the other female polar bear, she's on the other side, and she was taking a nap. There's the new grizzly bear there. Look at that. I want to see him swimming. Take a dive there. Come on, you can do it. There you go. Yeah, see, there it is, the brown bear. I thought they were, yeah, they're grizzlies, but they're called brown bears. Okay, good. So that's what used to be there, and it's still on the other side there. Yeah, doing a rewatch. That's the good thing about YouTube. You can rewind. And Chef Bear. Oh, you see, yeah. So we got the Bear, the TV show. We got the Chicago Bears. We got two new grizzly bears here, and we'll let these people come out, and we'll go inside here. We'll go inside the African journey here, and I'm waiting for him to come out here. There we go. Hey, there's a plug. There's a plug in the stone there. How you doing? I'm gonna go in the door. Hey, they helped me out. I didn't have to pry the door open with my fingernails. So hey, Margaret Mead quote here. We'll go through the African journey. If my connection drops out, just bear with me. We'll get through this here. There's meerkats, maybe the giraffes. Here's the fish. Here's all the fish here. This replicates Lake Malawi in the Rift Valley there in Africa. And hey, we're underwater here. Look at that. There, let's see if the giraffes are out. People got costumes here. Happy Halloween here. Let's go see if the meerkats are out here. There's the aardvark. There's one giraffe over there. Maybe the giraffe will come out. Here's the meerkats. And they're cute. They're hanging out there. There's Timon and his friends there. How you doing, the meerkats? What do you say? They're all cuddling. In there to straw. There's all the meerkats there, cuddled up there. Hey, how you doing there, meerkat?
The meerkat, that symbol.
Yeah. Crawling all over each other. Get off of me! I'm trying to sleep here. How you doing? So we'll see if the giraffe comes out. The giraffes are eating their lunch. They're sticking their necks out the fence there. So maybe there are some. Here's some other. These are different meerkats. These are the other meerkats that came from Wisconsin, I think. There's three that live on this side, and there's like 4 or 5 that live on the other side. There it comes. Here comes the giraffe. Here comes the giraffe here. This is the Lincoln Park Zoo. The giraffes often come here at lunchtime. How you doing, giraffe? How you doing? Very nice. You're beautiful. Look at that. Very nice. It'll come back. Hey, let's check out the meerkats here. Yeah. Hey, meerkat. Aardvark. How you doing there, meerkats? You coming out? You looking around? You being a sentry? Look, it's licking the other one. They're talking. Here it comes. Oh, how you doing there? Gonna come and hang out here. Happy Halloween to the meerkats. Bear with me. Bear down. Yeah, you used to ride your bike to the zoo. Yeah, Zaraloo. Isn't that nice? Isn't it nice to be able to just ride your bike to a zoo and go to a free zoo and just hang out, and you feel like, you know, I come here often enough, and I bring you guys along with me, that I feel like these are our pets. You know, they probably, they're like, there's that guy filming us again, just like the ducks. So the giraffe came out. So let's see if the giraffe went outside. Let's see if the giraffe might have went outside. Here's the meerkat. There's the meerkat right there. How you doing there, meerkat? Going to termite mound. There they are. What's making that noise? There's the little, those are called clip springers. They look like baby deer. They're little clip springers. They stand up there and they look over this way because they can look around. They like getting up high. They're like mountain climbers. So that's like a bird. There's there's some birds in there. They're making that noise. So let's see if the giraffes are here. If you just joined, we're in Lincoln Park Zoo, Chicago, Illinois. If you missed it, we saw the grizzly bears, the 2 new grizzly bears. You can rewind. You can watch it. You know. We'll go back and try to see him the second time here. And here's some of the stuff making the noise here. There it is. There's a little clip springer. Yeah. There it is. Look at the baby. It's chewing its cud. It's chewing its cud. There it is. How you doing there, clip springer? What do you say? You're beautiful. Look at that. Chewing your gum. Is it double mint gum or is it spearmint? Yeah, it's a bird. That's what it's like a guinea fowl or something. I think that's what they call it. Now I don't know what they're eating. They're eating something. Oh, that's what's making the noise. You're the making the noise. Here, come on, give us a little noise here. Look, I like your hairdo. That's a nice mohawk there. That's nice. That's a faux hawk. How you doing there, bird? What do you say? Happy Halloween. Yeah, you pecking? There's the clip springer, the little baby deers there. And then let's see what else we got here. There it is. So yeah, clip springer, crested guinea fowl, blue belly roller, red billed hornbill. So it's one of those things that's making that noise. So let's see if the hippopotamus is out. Yeah, it's a toupee. That's what it is. It's wearing a toupee. You got it. So let's see if the hippopotamus is out. I'm talking too loud. Here we go. No, I don't see it. Usually it's sleeping. Sometimes it walks back and forth. I don't see the hippo, so here we'll head around. We got other times, whenever the hippo's out or swimming, I cut out the footage because it's rare to see it. Usually it's sleeping or in the back. They're pretty, you know, keep to themselves. But here we're walking the wrong way. We'll go over to, there's trigger warning. There's the hissing cockroach. They got a Madagascar hissing cockroach display. It's like you're in the inside of a mound or a tree or something. They got all these cockroaches all over the wall there. You see them there. So we got insects. There's a spider, but it's always escaping. And hey, here's the crocodile. Hey, Crocodile Rock here. So hey, Lincoln Park Zoo. There's the crocodile. How you doing there? Just laying around there. It looks nice. Hey, you got a nice waterfall. Look at this waterfall with the crocodile. Very nice. Hey, there it is. That looks like we're really in the real habitat there. You can see it in the sky. They got the skylights here. They used to have fish in here, but they took the fish out. So there's the crocodile. West African dwarf crocodile. There's his habitat there. Hey, we'll go into the tropical jungle here. Lincoln Park Zoo. We got waterfalls. They got the Diana monkeys, and they got the some birds and stuff here. The flat-billed duck, the spoon-bill. There's the Diana monkey. There's all the birds up there, and we got the Diana monkey. If I saw one, it's over there. Sometimes they're way up high. But they got a nice waterfall. Yeah. So here we'll head around here. So hey, since it's 12:44 and since we're over here, let's go back over and let's see if we can get some more footage of the new two grizzly bears, Ash and Lexi. That's their names. Loaned from the Madison, Wisconsin Zoo. They're over here near the polar bears. So we'll see if the giraffes are out. Oh, we got it. Okay. And there's the penguins. So it looks like the penguins are swimming. Let's see if we get one more footage of the penguins here swimming around. See if there's any more. There's just one swimming. I think it's the same one. So we won't spend much time here. I just want to, yeah. See, there's some penguins out there. They're hanging in the cove there, and then there's one swimming around right here. Here it is. Hey, how you doing there, penguin? Oh, there's two. Good. So there's two swimming now. There's at least two. No, that's just one. I say it looked like two with the reflection. So there's just one penguin swimming around there. Then we can get it underneath. There it is. Yeah, the squeaky Halloween door sound. I think it's shaking its tail feather there. Oh, there's two over there. They got their little igloo there. Look at that. There's the penguins. Okay, let's keep going here. Yeah, it's a mild temp day. It's like 52 degrees, not bad at all. It feels great. It's just a jacket weather, light coat. It might get a little chilly tonight. You know, it'd be nice to have a warm Halloween costume. We're going to go up to Haunted Halstead. I'll start heading up there after 5, maybe closer to 5:30. We'll walk up there, and we'll try to get there by 6:30. The parade doesn't start till 7:30. I might have to switch to a second phone. I got a backup battery which I need to recharge before I take it up there, and and if I still got battery and if I'm still have energy or connection, we'll cruise over to Wrigley Field and see if people are, or Wrigleyville, and see if people are out at the bars there dressed up like we did last year. Happy Halloween hits on a Friday night here. Hey, look at the nice fall colors here. Finally getting some changing of the leaves here. October 31st, 2025. Thanks for tuning in here. Yeah. You like that Zoom Patrol? You like the hissing cockroaches? Yeah, it's nice. Let's see if we see the bears. How you doing? So let's see if the polar bear's out here. So there's still a female polar bear, and we filmed her before. The male, her male counterpart is up in Wisconsin there. They loaned him. So here's the female polar bear at the Lincoln Park Zoo. She's napping there, so we'll let her sleep, enjoying the sun. So here we'll head around. Polar bear, Ursus Max Martimus. Yeah, Denise, Aisha, Michael, T-Line, Tea Time. Yeah, good afternoon there. Kira, how you doing? Yeah, it's a nice day. Baker Boy. So if you just joined, we're in Chicago. This is the Lincoln Park Zoo. And we're going to check out the... There's the grizzly bears. They're both up here. This is a good shot here, so it's good we're coming back here. We'll get a lot of good footage here of the grizzly bears. Here, no, okay. There it is. There's the grizzly bears here. Lincoln Park Zoo, Chicago, Illinois. Thanks to Ernesto Chicago Nuggies. He's got some good footage of them as well. And we'll head around to the other side there because we'll get a nice front without the glass. We can film them without the glass. So their names are Ash and Lexi. They're two female bears. One's an aunt and one's a niece, but they're so close in age they call them sisters. And they don't know how old they are. They came from Montana, but they became dependent on humans for food, and they were going to the garbage bins in cities. So they said, "Hey, now you're going to be part of the zoo here." Here's the there it is. Look at that. There's the grizzly bear at the Lincoln Park Zoo. Look how nice that looks. Thanks for staying on there.
First time seeing him too.
I was just excited to see them.
Hey, Lisa, piece of Lisa. You see what we're looking at? These are the two new female grizzly bears loaned to us from the Madison, Wisconsin Zoo. Ernesto Chicago Nuggies, you might have saw. You had footage on this. And here we are. There's Ash and Lexi are their names. We saw them earlier. And we're getting some good footage of them walking around, getting accustomed to their new habitat. This used to be the polar bear's habitat. They gave it to the two grizzlies there. There they are. Look at that. Yeah. Yeah, thanks, Lisa. Oh, come on. Sorry, I was pushing on the screen and my gimbal gave out here. So hold on a second here. Technical difficulties. There we go. We're still streaming. Okay, good. So I was pressing against the screen to try to zoom in, and I snapped the phone off the gimbal here. It's magnetic. So hold on a second here. That's what happens when I get excited. I get excited filming this stuff here. Hey, there she is. Yeah, I'm talking too loud. I'm annoying everybody here. Okay, thank you. People are like, I'm talking into the screen. I got a live audience here. Yeah. Yeah, Isha, Michael, look at that. Wow. Very nice. Yeah. Yeah. There's the polar bear at Lincoln Park Zoo. Very nice. See, they got the waterfall. It's amazing habitat. And here we go. Let's look at it over here. There you go. Well, Lisa, I'm glad you saw it. Your ears must have been ringing because people were asking about you, because we know you know more about zoos than any of us. And so we'll be back. If you missed it, we got some footage of the bears earlier, about 20 minutes ago. Then we walked through the African journey and we saw the giraffe and the meerkats. Just briefly, the giraffe popped in to make a cameo. And we'll head around here and we'll head back to the main entrance there. Yeah, I know what it feels like, Lisa. It's the same way as me, you know. Just yeah, I know. I know what it's like. But hey, thanks for tuning in. Happy Halloween to you and everybody else. And I'll be on later tonight. We'll do the haunted Halstead there on Lakeview, Boys Town. There they have a costume contest, $4,000 worth of prizes. And we'll see if the happy Halloween. Thanks for something. Yeah, the two bears are out. The two new grizzly bears. Yeah, there's the rhino. The rhino's going in there. And yeah, people are going over to check out the. Stop. And I got to look where I'm walking. There's always, you know, I'll be filming the animals and the people gather around me. I don't realize somebody's standing right next to me. Yeah, we got pretty good weather. That's why I didn't mean to scare everybody with that rerun from 2023 when it snowed on Halloween in Chicago. Most Chicagoans remember that. And here, let's see if the rhinoceros is out. They went inside there, I think. It's like feeding time for the rhinoceroses here. So hey, we'll head down. We'll go towards the John Hancock here. There we go. Okay, good. So I always get nervous around kids. These are always like darting in and out. Here, let's I'm not used to it. Here's the hippos. And yeah, here's the rhinoceroses, so they're not out there. But yeah, we got 12:52 Lincoln Park Zoo, Chicago, Illinois. If you missed it, you can rewind it. We'll post this footage. We'll cut out clips. And we checked out Marshall Fields yesterday. If you missed it, if you want to see the Walnut Room, they're gonna light up. They already got the tree decorated for the 7th floor Walnut Room. That's a Chicago tradition. People, it's already they're booked for the next 2 months solid. I don't, unless you can get somebody else's reservation. And we saw it before. You could have ate there at lunch Thursday. It was wide open. But they're gonna light the tree at Macy's Marshall Fields in the store, not the one out in Millennium Park. They haven't even set that up yet. But November 1st, they're not gonna waste any time. Start the Christmas holiday shopping season. They already had decorations up. So if you want to see the interior decorations of Macy's Marshall Fields there on State and Randolph in Chicago, check out the rerun from yesterday. And I cut out a bunch of clips. So you'll probably see them anyway. Thank you. There's the African dogs here. Let's see if the macaques are out. We saw the macaques earlier. Yeah, Little Caesars Pan Pizza there. Yeah, they're having their lunch there. Pan Pizza, very nice. So there's the macaques there, the monkeys. Yeah, look at them. They're hanging out there. So yeah, people got their costumes on. It's great. There's the macaques. How you doing there, monkeys? Yeah, it's coming on over here. Come on over and say hello. Got a nice sunshiny day here, 52 degrees. Look at that. Hey, let's keep going here. Hey, little bird. Yeah, we saw the snowy owl, we saw the bald eagle, we saw the seals. We did not see the lions, but maybe they're inside. So there's no more. This is still part of the macaque habitat. Here's the Landmark Cafe. So it looks like they closed down the outdoor seating. I guess the Fall Fest was the last time they had that open. Well, they do use this for. They'll keep this out for the zoo lights. People sit outside. You can go on top of the Bird's Eye Bar and Grill. They'll set that up. You can roast marshmallows over an open fire there for the zoo lights. You might have to pay to get in. There'll be $10 I think to get in. It's free now. It'll be free during the day. But yeah, don't turn down pizza. So there's the lions. So here, let's film the lions here, and then we'll just go over to see if the flamingos are out, and then I got to head back to work here. So hey, we mission accomplished. We got some footage of the grizzly bears. Thanks for being a live audience for it. We'll cut that out, and there's the lions there. There's one over there. I'm trying to get it there. It's just to see if it pops its head up there. Here's the lions at the Lincoln Park Zoo here. Let's go up here. Filming it here. I'm just getting the reflection here. There we go. I'm getting that here. Here, let's go inside. Let's go inside. We might get a better view of them here. Yeah, the haunted Halloween zoo history. Of course, Jennifer, you should eat, talks about that. Her and I agree that the cemetery was south of the zoo. The closest it came was where the farm and the zoo, but of course the zoo capitalizes on it. And it says the zoo's haunted. Well, of course, everything's haunted because people like haunted stuff, especially this time of the year. And they did, when they worked on one of those buildings at the farm and the zoo, they did unearth some bodies. That was a long time ago. Jennifer Ushidi has all the information there, but yeah, the southern part of Lincoln Park was a cemetery. We talk about it all the time. Here we had two doors here. Thank you. Hey, let's see if here's the lions. Yeah, we're gonna get. Oh, they're eating their bones here. Look at these lions. So hey, thanks for sticking on here. Sarah would have loved this. I know if you got to go back to work, piece of Lisa. Here's the lions. Here's the lions at Lincoln Park Zoo. Look, they're licking those bones there. Look at that. Chowing down. Having their Halloween feast. But yeah, Sarah, we still donate to the, there's a wildlife refuge in Africa that Sarah used to moderate for. And we still donate some of our proceeds to that. Look at that. Yeah, eating the meat. Licking the bones, they're getting the marrow out there. Yeah, this is a great habitat. See, they got this side, and they got the other side. Go to you can walk down in there. Some of them are on this side, and there might be some on the other side. There are, I think there's 6 of them. Yeah, I think there's some over here, so we'll see if the other ones are over here. So hey, they restored this. This building goes back to 1914, I think, is when they built this. They restored it. Now it's just pretty much entirely for the lions. There used to be cages on this side, but they reversed them. Here's a nice view. Wow. Lions at Lincoln Park Zoo. Licking the bones. Yeah, look at that. Wow. Get close up there. Licking the chops. That's some good eating there. Look at this one. Yeah, beautiful creatures. Hey, there's one over there too. One over there. One over there. There's 2 over here. Look, you can get really close there. See how you can get close there. Hey, yeah, let's head. Since we're over here, we'll head through the outdoor passage. Maybe we'll see the lynx or the snow leopard out, and then we'll head over to the flamingos, and I gotta head back to work here. So hey, there's the volcano carousel. This is the monkey house and small primate house, and the great apes are behind it there, but we don't have time to do that. That's why I usually only can see half the zoo. Like either we see the northern half or the southern half, and even sometimes then we don't see it all. So hey, we've got a nice fall day here. This is where the Canada Lynx, yeah, the World Series Game 6 is tonight. So that'll be going on. And we're going to go see the parade tonight, the haunted Halstead there. And the parade starts at 7:30. There's no guarantee it's going to start on time. And my challenge is to try to be able to stream it without losing my connection because of the crowds. It's always a challenge. But everybody has it. Jay, City Walking Girl, was able to do it better last year, so I know she stayed at the north end of the parade route, so I might try that. But at the beginning, we'll have to be at the south end because that's where they gather and people register. You can still register. You can just show up there. There's like a cutoff time before the parade starts, and $4,000 worth of prizes Yeah, I don't see the snow leopard out, so we'll go over to the flamingos here. Yeah, the John Hancock. Sometimes we see it peeping over the horizon there. How you doing? Wales, how you doing there, Sandra? Yeah. How could somebody troll a zoo? They can troll me, I know that. See, they're starting to put up the Christmas lights, the holiday lights here for the zoo lights. This is like the main attraction where they time it to music and stuff, and you got to pay for that. It happens in the evenings. Here, we'll check out the flamingos and then we'll turn around and we'll head back out of the zoo here. So, hey, Lincoln Park Zoo. We got Happy Halloween, October the 31st here, 2025. We got 102, and there's the flamingos here. Wow, look how nice the flamingos look in the sun here. Yeah. Yeah, as long as we're not there lunch. Yeah, thanks for tuning in from Wales there, Sandra, yeah. So, hey, we're at the Lincoln Park Zoo, Chicago, Illinois. And so later today, probably starting around 5:30 or 6, we'll head up to the parade there. It's north of, it's on Halstead, north of Belmont. It actually, yeah, I think it goes all the way up towards Irving Park. I don't know if it goes all the way up to Montrose. I don't think so. And they have it every year. Of course, New York City, Greenwich Village has theirs. And here we'll see if we see the flamingos here. This is the nice bridge here. Yeah, look at the ducks quacking there. There's two swans here. Let's see if we see the swans. But here's the flamingos here. Hey, there's the ducks. Hey, look, so that's this. There it is. It just took off. Look at that. That's a migratory bird, and that's not part of the zoo. It's just living here because it can fly in and out. It's its own will. But it becomes an interesting thing to see here. Just like the ducks. The ducks can leave on their own. They can come and go as they please. They just camp out here and eat all the swans' food, and the seagulls eat all the flamingos' food. See, they're moochers. They're moochers. Cut them off. Hey, Sandra, that's great. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, you know, I film such controversial things. You know, I filmed the zoo, walking to work, the lakefront. You know, I've been messing up. I need to lay off the politics. I know, but it's hard because our city's become politicized and people bring it up in the comments even though I'm not talking about it. You know, and it's just that's the nature of America at this time when the government's shut down. And they got money for a gold ballroom. We got to have priorities. You know, SNAP benefits, nah. Gold ballroom, that's all right. That's good use of government funds. And you know, it wouldn't be so bad because, you know, contrast. Does no one remember that the president went to Jerome Powell when they're building the new Federal Reserve wing there, or whatever they're rehabbing the Federal Reserve building, and he grilled Jerome Powell. He says, "You're wasting a bunch of money. You don't need to do this for the Fed," which is true. They didn't need to renovate that building, but they chose to do it. Same with him. They don't need to do the ballroom, but they chose to do it now. Why they choose to do it now? You know, you know, it's just it's kind of contrast that with TSA people not getting paid and government workers not getting paid. It's still, you know, it's hard, you know, and Congress is still getting paid. Congress is still getting paid. Both sides. Supreme Court's still getting paid. Oh, that's nice. You got to have priorities. Here's the seal pond in the Lincoln Park Zoo. Yeah, the bean makes people happy. Yeah, the bean was a big waste of money too, I know. This Chicago wastes a bunch of money too, I know it. Or we got like $1 billion shortfall in the CTA. We got $1 billion shortfall in the pension fund. We already sold the parking meters off. We need money. I know, and taxes are too high, and the rest of America hates Chicago, so they'll just like Ford said to New York City in the 1970s, drop dead, New York. Drop dead. Here's the seal here. How you doing there, seal? Hey, coming up for air. How you doing there, seal? Happy Halloween. Enjoying the sunshine here, the gray seal, the harbor seal. See, they got a nice pool here. We saw them swimming underwater. So, hey, I'm going to head out of here. I got to go back to work. But, hey, thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We'll be back. I'll show you the flower garden. I'll get you over to the Billy Shakespeare here. We'll say our goodbyes here. But, yeah, we'll be back on probably closer to 6 o'clock. I don't know how early I'll start tonight. The parade starts at 7:30. I think that you could still register for costumes till like 15 minutes before the parade starts, or half an hour. Better get there before 7. There might be a line. A lot of the costume contestants, they gather at the start of the parade, and that's where I try to film as many as possible because we can get close-up views of them without having to peer over the crowd. If my connection cuts out during the parade, don't worry, I'll come back because I have to walk back home as long as I got battery. I got 2 phones and my battery might run out. I got a backup battery. But hey, happy Halloween. We'll see some nice costumes tonight. We'll see a parade. And then maybe afterwards, when that World Series game's still going on, we'll head over to Wrigleyville to the bars there and see if people are dressed up. It's going to get a little cold. I'll probably have my blue coat on. I'll be dressed like a live streamer. So, yeah, Lisa, thanks for tuning in there. Aisha, Lambie T, thanks for being on. We saw those Grizzly Bears there. Lincoln Park Zoo. Scott and Charlotte, thanks for tuning in there. Michael Anderson, thanks for being on. Anita, thanks for being on. I really appreciate it. Christy M, yeah. Happy Friday afternoon there, Lambie T there, everybody else. Sabrina's Suburban Garden there, yeah. Check out Sabrina's Suburban Garden at Christy. Tea Lime Tea Time. Brandy, yeah. Tombot, thanks for being on. Sandra, yeah. Well, we'll see you tonight, yeah. And if you miss it, you can always watch the rerun. See, people are like, Brian, why don't you stream on TikTok? This makes my life easier. I know YouTube is not as cool as TikTok. You can't tap the screen. You can't pin stuff. Negatives to it. For me, if I don't get to edit down the footage, you could, if you miss one, like in the, you could just watch the rerun. And then I gotta. Another thing, TikTok. 1 month after you stream your reruns, they disappear from the server. YouTube, we got reruns from 2 years ago. Hour-long reruns. They keep them on their server indefinitely, which I eventually run out of storage space. I have terabytes of data. I have terabytes of reruns. Thousands of gigabytes. So check it out and appreciate it. Thanks for being a live audience. We'll cut out those Grizzly Bears there, Ash and Lexi there. And see you tonight, Cat. Yeah, Merc. Yeah. Slows down the trolls. You're right. No, you're right, Michael. You notice, with the exception of yesterday morning when I lost my cool, which was my own fault, I did it to myself. I wasn't even. I worked myself into a frenzy. I had to calm myself down, and I have a overactive imagination, as my moderators well know. Sometimes an innocuous comment I'll misinterpret and go off, and they're just like, "That's not what they meant. They meant something else." And I was like, "Oh, that's my mistake." And or sometimes people were joking or being sarcastic. Sarcasm, if you don't understand people are sarcasm, sometimes it seems like the opposite, because that's why sarcasm is mocking the statements, and which is good. Sarcasm is the most threatening form of humor to the power establishment. So, which is good. And hey, Lincoln Park, Chicago. We'll come back on tonight. Thanks to everybody there. You can't access TikTok from your place. Yeah, look, Aisha, I know we have over 1 billion people in India that don't have access to TikTok. That's a big, I like it when people tune in from those areas, because we might lose TikTok in the United States. We still don't know for sure if there's a deal or not. I need to look into that, because there was supposed to be a deal yesterday, but to me it just seems like kicking the can down the road, like China really didn't agree to anything for regarding TikTok, not the other tariff stuff. They made some progress on that, I guess. We'll see what the soybean farmers think. But hey, we'll see you tonight. We'll do the haunted Halstead there. parade starts at 7:30. I'll be streaming after 6. We'll head up there. We'll see some costumes. We'll have a happy Halloween from Chicago there. So enjoy the rest of the day. There's Billy Shakespeare. There's the Belton Stratford. Have a good day, everybody. Thanks a lot. Yeah, Judy, Bob. Yeah. Okay. See you later there. Thanks a lot. Nah, nothing.